They get woken up soon. Has Tucker talked about Kelly yet? Has he given his thoughts? They're letting them sleep late. They kept him up late, so I think that's understandable. Tucker predicted her his first boot. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You could see the T core upside, like preseason, like Quinn was saying. I would actually understand that. Like I don't think that's the type of player Tucker would want to work with. All right, are you guys ready to do this? Who else we got? We got Will. Or no, his name's Clifton, I think, on this. Who else we got? We got Amy. We have Ashley. We have Mickey. We have Lauren. We have Catherine. And then of the boys, we got like Riley, Zach. We have Vince. We have who else? Of course, Adrian. Lock in, Cory. Who do we got? I don't want to look at the chat. It's cheating. Who's so forgettable that I can't even think of them? Not Zay. Who am I forgetting? Keanu. It's a good one. Good call. Already got Lauren. Already got Ava. Morgan. I always forget Morgan. I don't know why. All right. All right, let's do this. We're going to use this as an opportunity to talk about every player. So let's do it. Okay. So we're doing Adrian first. We have to do Adrian's relationships, which this Giesling Traders is why Adrian's not playing a good game. Who does he have a relationship with that is better than nothing? Does he have any that are really bad? No. But is there anyone who I would say, like, oh, Adrian and them have a good thing? Ava, maybe. I feel like Ava was talking some shit about him. Lauren, Kelly, Ava. I really think, like, he's got nothing going for him. Like, I'll give him, like, with Lauren, a slight bond. With Kelly, a slight bond. Ava, a slight bond. But, like, beyond that, Mickey, I'll give him a slight bond for Mickey at a, you know, not sympathy, pity. If Mickey's here, Mickey. What's wrong with me? There she is. All right. Amy, that's better. Okay. Amy has a, I would say, strong bond with Rachel. Definitely got some bonds here. think that looks pretty good. I don't know if there's anyone else I would say Amy's got a bond with. Maybe a little bit of Morgan. They voted together. Call Ashley a strong bond. I'll give her a medium. With Ashley's weird. Like, I don't know. Her and Jimmy are like here maybe. Her and Mickey are pretty close. Her and Rachel are pretty close, but she's kind of anti-Rachel for some reason. Her and Morgan are fine. Then her and Vince, weirdly enough, I'm going to give a slight bond. Jimmy dislikes Ashley. Jimmy kind of dislikes everyone. But Ava has not as much. Yeah, we got a slight bond there. With Will, I'll give her a medium bond. Nothing with Catherine, really. Keanu, definitely a strong non-mutual dislike of Kelly. I think a mild dislike of Keanu. Her and Lauren are fine. Her and Mickey are fine. Her and Morgan are fine. Her and Rachel are fine. Her and Riley. Her and Vince, I would say have a small bond. Her and Zach, I would say have a small bond. I think that about makes sense. Will. And Will's got things kind of with everyone. I would go like slight here, slight, medium. I think probably non-mutual, slight dislike here. Non-mutual, slight dislike. Small bond. Excuse me, guys. Him and Morgan, I don't really have much of a read on. They had that one conversation I watched. And Vince, he's just slight bonds all around. That's kind of his thing. Good morning, Mike. He's a burger boy. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Jimmy. This one's important. This guy's HOH, if you guys heard. Jimmy, yeah, we've kind of done a lot of his relationships already. Him and Keanu, I would definitely do mild dislike. I don't think it's more than that at this point. Him and Kelly, I would say, is a mild dislike. Likes Catherine, for sure. Definitely likes Catherine. Seems to like Morgan relatively well. Likes Rachel a lot. And is pretty good with Vince. I think that about makes sense for Jimmy. Catherine doesn't have much. I would do a medium bond with Lauren, even though they're not really on the same page. Her and Mickey are okay. I mean, Catherine just doesn't have a ton going on, right? I just don't see that much with Catherine. I mean, I would give her a bit of a bond with Amy. She was very team keep Amy the whole time. So, I'll give her that. Non-mutual with Riley. Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to Riley. Keanu. Definitely a mild dislike of Rachel. I would say mild dislike of Jimmy as well. He likes the boys, right? That's kind of his crew. Likes his guys. Adrian's the future. Goat surpassing Dr. Will. He has to, after surpassing Dr. Will, they have to surpass a few more people. Kelly Jorgensen. What the fuck? Give her a medium bond with Vince. Like a slight bond with Zach, I guess. A small bond with Keanu. Definitely some dislike for Rachel. Yeah. Looks about right to me. Non-mutual Vince. Nah, I think it's relatively mutual. Beans made an alliance or a video on why women's alliances don't work out. I don't think I'm gonna check it out, but like, I think people misunderstand that like a women's alliance doesn't need to include every woman in the house. I think that's what a lot of people get hung up on. Like, if you have 4 women working together, that's a women's alliance. Like, it's very rare that in Big Brother all the guys work together, like Bomb Squad style. That doesn't happen. Lauren, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I'd give her slight bonds here, probably. They're in whatever together. She definitely has a bond with Zach, and I would say a strong bond with Vince. It seems like Vince is her number 1, and it's not close, in my opinion. Maybe strong is too strong. I'll go medium. Mickey. She's pretty good with everyone, obviously. Down here, she definitely has a good bond with Rachel. Good bond with Morgan. These 3 I'm not super sure on. Including the gay man makes it not a women's alliance. But, like, who cares? Like, work with the people you want to work with. If you want to work with all the women and Jimmy, that's fine. Just, you can't go in with such a rigid game plan. Morgan and Vince are definitely somewhat working together in some capacity. Same with Zach. I'd give them these are small bonds, to be honest. They kind of have faded, but I think they can come back maybe. This is Brant Steele. All right, let's go to Rachel Riley. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she loves Vince. I don't think she has much of a thought on Zach. I think she likes Ava. Rachel and Morgan are more than slight. I'll give it small. I've found Morgan kind of hard to read sometimes. Riley, he has a non-mutual, unbreakable to Catherine. And then he's got, like, slight bonds here. Vince has, like, most relationships. I'd give him a slight with Adrian. And then a small with Zach. And then Zach, we already did everyone. So that's the relationships. Now we do the profiles. I can't really do the profiles because I don't know people's comp abilities. Should we do profiles? What do you think? Do we give them stats? Very tentative stats. I don't want to just give somebody, you know. Let it roll. Okay, I'm down for that. All right, let's do this. It looks like Rachel's side of the house has formed and the other side has not. Rachel and Amy's final 2. Rachel, Amy, and Jimmy. Mickey, Ashley, and Amy. Catherine and Lauren have their thing. Rachel, Amy, and Mickey are just killing it. The wedgie. Oh, boy. I love Big Brother. The winner is Keanu. This is a good outcome. There is justice in this world. I'm fiending for a Keanu HOH. Literally fiending. Puts up Jimmy and Rachel. This is based as hell. Like, it's not what I would want in real life, but good. These are good noms by Keanu. A very bad draw for Rachel. Oh, but she doesn't need someone to get it for her. Come on. Come on. Good for Rachel. Saves herself, and Ava. That's a rough replacement nom. You should not put up Ava. Amy makes an inappropriate comment. House meeting. Lauren and Amy have a heated argument. I think it's so unlikely Lauren gets in any fights. Emotional breakdown. Okay. By a vote of 11 to 2. Jimmy is our first boot. So sad. Well, I guarantee, in real life, he's making it better than 16th. We have that confirmed at the very least. All right. I mean, these are all strong alliances, 8s and 7s. Like, this other side has to form. Kelly is the wild card to win this. Lauren. I mean, Lauren's not really working with anyone other than Catherine. Damn! People are out for necks right now. Holy. Holy. Keanu's playing. Ashley's playing. Mickey's playing. Is Rachel going to save herself again? No way, right? Keanu slams the door on Rachel. And is Rachel getting 15th? Good for Lauren. I mean, she needed to get rid of Rachel. But that is pretty dicey. 7 to 5. Rachel dips. Okay. All right. Well, that opens the game up a lot. Look at these alliances now. And they've reformed. All right. The leftovers, if you want to call them. J-Mac. The Frenzy. Whatever you want to say. The counter alliance is formed. Now, can the girlies do anything about it? This is the timeline to say he doesn't leave. Zach. Oh, it's so rough for Mickey and Ashley. And now Mickey and Morgan go up. Yep. This is going down a dark path, y'all. Adrian wins the veto, doesn't use it. No way they get rid of Morgan now, right? Wow, they get rid of Mickey. This whole side of the house is getting slaughtered. And now this is the power. This is crazy. The winner of the HOH. Oh, Ashley needs this so bad. So desperately bad. Keanu. This is the Keanu goat arc. This is the Doctor Strange. We simulated this 13 billion times. How many does Keanu win? Once. Morgan and Riley. Okay. Kelly wins the veto. Doesn't use it. By a vote of 5 to 5. Keanu's breaking a tie. Evicts Riley. Wow. Wow. Keanu's got 2 HOHs and a veto. Oh, God, the girlies can't even stick together anymore. There's no longer any opposition. I think you'd say Catherine and Lauren, I guess, are in the best position. Oh, Morgan needs it so bad. Oh, this is such a heartbreaker. This is so BB22 coded. They keep getting so close. Ava and Adrian. All right, puts up floaters. Kelly gets a second veto. Uses it on Ava. Uh-oh, Catherine. Do you got something cooked up? Nope. Ashley. This is devastating. By a vote of 6 to 3, Ashley is evicted. Rachel's poor side. We lost Mickey, Rachel, Jimmy. This is just literally every one of Rachel's allies except Amy. And I guess Morgan. Okay. What do we have here? So it's the same group, same 3, same 4. It's literally just adding Morgan. Good for Morgan getting in, but that is all this alliance is. Morgan's weaseled in. All right, good for her. Ava has to win this. All right, we have an HOH not in the majority. What do we got, Ava? Based Noms. All right, this is realistic. This would be Ava's Noms. Are you guys Ava stands in this Brant Steel? And she closes the veto box. Unless she's got a backdoor in mind. Nope. They gotta snipe Keanu out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 votes will do it. Keanu. 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 Kelly. Keanu. Keanu. Wow. Well, a very busy run from Keanu. But he falls here. Ava seems to hate Keanu. I don't know if it's hate, but don't get along. Yeah, so now it's the same alliances, just minus Keanu. Honestly, still a lot of girls in these alliances. So what are you going to do? Oh, Will HOH would feed families here. Let's go, Will. All right, now don't fumble this. Put up like Zach and Kelly or some shit. Oh, these are the worst nominations I've ever seen. Oh my god. What the fuck? It's like he had to be so careful to pick exactly everyone not in the alliance. Ava is going to win the veto. Adrian could use it. Or Ava could use on Adrian, but no. Oh boy. Well, I think your boy Adrian might be in trouble. Amy. Adrian. Amy. All right. By about a 4-3, Amy is evicted. Okay. Now every single person playing in the HOH basically is in the alliance. Yeah, all three of them. Morgan takes HOH, puts up Adrian and Ava, two of the people not in. Adrian saves himself. Wait a minute. Am I seeing it? Were people in the chat right? Saves himself. Morgan has to put up Will. Great fucking noms last week, Will. Really impressive. Good work, man. The votes. Ava. Will. Ava. By a vote of 5-1, Ava is evicted. Okay. So now literally the alliance is Kelly, Lauren, Vince, Zach, Morgan, Catherine. It's just Will and Adrian versus the other 6. That's it. Good start. Okay, it's just about beating Zach, y'all. It's just about beating Zach. Don't fuck this up. Oh my god. Now here's the danger. Here's the danger. Adrian was just put on the block by Will. Is there like hard programming for Adrian now to put Will on the block? That's what worries me. Nope. He's locked in. He is locked the fuck in. Zach and Catherine, good noms. Now don't let any funny business happen with the veto here, Adrian. All right, it's your call. All right, good HOH. Good HOH, Adrian. Well done. Hopefully they get rid of Zach here, but Catherine's a big threat too. Zach, Catherine. Okay. Zach is gone. Alpha threat has been, put to rest. Now we need a Will HOH. We got to go back to back. Oh my god. Aw. All right, so Kelly's going to put up Will and Adrian. Kelly's going to win the veto to lock that. Oh, shit. Kelly's got a plan. What the fuck? Lauren? Wow. That's some shit. Okay. Kelly is crazy. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think Adrian still goes here, but I like the plan. I like the cooking. Wait. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Kelly was doing there. All our hopes lie in Will, who I do not have much faith in. Catherine gets HOH. Puts up Will and Kelly. Lauren wins the veto. Uses it on Kelly, forcing Vince on the block. No way they make a power play here, right? Will. Nope. Okay, well. Our majority alliance has made it to the final 5. Very tough. Who's in the best position? Probably Catherine and Lauren, just because they have a final 2 in the final 5. Morgan's in the worst spot, I guess. Well, she's saving herself. Catherine and Kelly. Vince needs this veto bad. There you go. He's going to use it. Kelly. Or he's not going to use it, rather. So I think Lauren should be able to keep Catherine here. I think so. Kelly. Yep. Seemed like a big fumble by Vince, is what it seemed like to me. But let's see. Vince takes the HOH, puts up Lauren and Catherine. I mean, if either of them win the veto, they're both safe. Yep, just like this. Because now Morgan goes up, and now Catherine's the sole vote. Oh, fuck. Why? She is cutthroat, I would hope. Seems that way. But that is crazy. She better make it to the end now, because damn, that is rough. I mean, this does put her in a, just her and Vince as a duo. She takes part 1. Vince takes part 2, so they should be good. Takes part 3. Evicts Vince. This is a badass ending. And Catherine stands in front of the jury in front of Morgan, or with Morgan. Okay, Vince votes for Morgan. Oh, we got a bitter jury. Any bitter jury people? Oh, no. Oh, guys. So sad. AFP predictions? I just revealed AFP. Who do you guys got? Who do you think deserves it? Someone says Will or Ava. Kelly. Knowing Brent Steele, it's Zach. Catherine. It is Vince. Woo! I think based on that game, I would expect Adrian to win it. He was definitely the underdog, right? Thank you, Rachel, for $10 5 minutes ago, and Kinda Cat for $10. I appreciate it. All right, are we feedsing? We are. No one's talking game. Obviously. I have to turn off the desktop audio 1 sec. So what time do you think noms are going to be? How long we got? 3-4 hours? Would that be the prediction? Was the HOH at the black box? It's unclear. It seems like it was walking around to pick something up. 5 hours? Okay. Fair enough. God, the HOH bathroom door is so cool. Such a funny theme. Does Morgan open the door for more gamers, streamers to be on BB, or does it depend on her placement? I don't think it depends on her placement at all. I think, look, if she's like a fan favorite, maybe, but I think she's a very unique gamer. You know what I mean? Like, she's also a model. Like, I don't think XQC would get on after her. But look, I think someone like Morgan applies most years she gets on. Who does he want to nom? It's looking like Keanu, Kelly, and Adrian, which I did predict because I'm an expert. Also, process of elimination. Jimmy does seem like the type to walk downstairs in an HOH robe. I always was like, no way I would do that. I always thought when people did that, that shit was crazy. Like, what a more obvious reminder that I'm in power. You know what I mean? I think it's so stupid. Did you see him wearing the corset over it? I did not. They'd 100% put XQC on. I don't think they would. I think they'd be too worried about what he'd say. He'd have so many articles about him. Like, I actually think they would say no. Also, I think people lose sight of how big network TV shows are relative to streamers. Like especially nowadays, XQC is not as big. Like, Big Brother's numbers still dwarf that. How should Adrian react to being put up? Just upset and not mad? I mean, he's going to be pretty chill about it. I just hope he fights in his conversation with Jimmy, where Jimmy talks about putting him up. That's what I worry. If Adrian just like takes it like a champ and goes on the block, that would be like the final nail in his coffin for me. Of like, oh, yeah, I have no faith in him as a player because he hasn't done anything disastrous yet. It's all just been bad. Like nothing's been like down here, but nothing's been even like middling. Who should he pitch though? Well, he should just make the pitch to Adrian, being like, or to Jimmy, being like, how high do you think you are in that hierarchy? Everyone sees you as a threat. I don't know who's telling you. Like, people have been targeting you. I never was. I was just keeping Zay the whole time. I thought you were keeping Zay too. You know? I'll tell you all the information, Jimmy. Here's the people who said your name. Right? And you could fact check. Like, you just have to be aggressive, you know? Give him a pitch. Because the thing is, it's not like Jimmy wants to target Adrian. He doesn't care. Adrian's just the easy name. If Adrian gives him a real reason to target someone else, if Adrian goes to him and says, you know, Zach made the Burger Boys, you know what I mean? That would be a fire play. Zach made this alliance called the Burger Boys, and Keanu immediately comes up to Jimmy. Jimmy hasn't even put on his mic yet. This is also an insane place to have this conversation when everyone has to go out and swap out their mics. But he did say he has to lock in his nomination soon, which bodes very well for us on this stream. First time watching the live feeds? Climb aboard, Benny. Welcome. You can't have this conversation here, Keanu. This is not the place. Not in the morning. Will's funny. Get out of there, Morgan. Let him talk. I think we unbanned the clown person, to be clear. I'm pretty sure we unbanned them. But that is funny. Keanu's going on the block. I like him trying, though. Keanu's so stupid. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Boyfriend duties first. Had to lay down the law, if you know what I mean. Who's Keanu? Who's Keanu accusing of lying? Is it Will? Why is Keanu trying to defend Will? What does that do for Keanu? Look, all I'm gonna say is like, if you are a fan of myself or America, both of us, just one of us, whatever, um, just be a good person. You know, that's kind of the crux of it. In a certain way, we're a package deal. You can't be mean to one and nice to the other. It's not how this works. This isn't the first time we've had this issue, of course. If you guys remember way back in the day when I was in that the first dorm, there was a lot of people who were like Team America or Team Cory. That's not how this works. That is not how this works. And if you are a fan who thinks that's how it works, we will show you to the door. Because when we talked yesterday about like shutting down social media, like I'm gonna be honest, I don't see it happening. Personally, I don't see myself doing that. At least with all I do is Twitch, really. I think the Patreon is challenging just because again, it is a couples thing, and in a way, I think it invites certain like prying into our relationship and stuff. So like we have considered stopping that. Obviously, we'll give you guys a big runway, so you're not paying for nothing. But it's just been very, I think, hard, kind of doing all of our social media stuff recently, as you guys can understand. I would guess. It's kind of big income. It's a huge, and like that's the thing. Like any premise of we're doing it for money is ridiculous. Like y'all don't understand. There's such easier paths towards influencer money than what we're doing. Like if I was trying to cash out, like oh my god, these Monopoly Go streams would go insane. I promise. Even with 40 viewers. But I don't care if you believe me, right? We're just together and happy and moving to Boston. And it's just like people doubting that and being super toxic and mean and all these things. It's like, if only you knew like our actual relationship, you know, I think you'd have a lot more joy in your life. Family loves Monopoly Go. Take away their phones. You have to do it before it's too late. And like, look, I think maybe the Patreon just becomes no more live content, which is such a bummer. But you have to understand, like, it's not a matter of like one person ruining it for the rest of everyone, right? Like, to a certain extent, the internet is a monolith. Obviously, not all of you suck. Not all of you are awesome. It's a total spectrum. But like, being a public figure in these situations, it's gonna happen. There's going to be hate. You know, there's going to be weirdness. Right, so that just comes with the territory. But going on live and even yesterday doing the stream and reading comments and having to ban them myself, and even like if the mods are banning them, you got to be very quick on the draw for me not to see it. I think a lot of times it's more trouble than it's worth, which is sad because I really love doing this stuff. But like I think the lows are lower than the highs are high, if that makes sense. So that's basically the gist of it. And like I was talking to America, it's like everyone gets hate. Like from Big Brother 25, you see a thread about Blue anywhere, and it's just full of the most mean, negative comments ever. And I think you could always argue, oh, she said mean things in the house. Yeah, of course, that doesn't this thing that happened doesn't allow this thing to be okay. And I can only imagine what it would be like if I opened a Reddit thread, which I've been reading a lot of recently about BB25 because I'm Cory. And if it was just super, super mean consistently with no reprieve, I think it'd be very hard to handle. And I think the only reason some of these people from 25 can handle it is because they've been handling it for 2+ years. Whereas in a weird way, this is like the first, not the first, but this is like the most meaningful wave of hate we've received, I've received, she's received. And it's a bummer because like Cameo is a source where people are sending weird shit. And like the worst people are the people who pretend to be well-intentioned and to be nice and to be fans. Like I'd rather someone be like hateful and rude and we just take their money than someone who is either a fan who's acting super stupid or someone pretending to be a fan to pry for information and stuff. That's my least favorite kind of fan outreach because it's just not fucking worth it. You know what I mean? Like I do mean this. This is very Ludwig of me, but I don't care about any of you. I like some of you. Some of you seem chill. Katie, I'm very grateful for everything. But, you know, it doesn't, you guys don't really exist, you know? I met a lot of you in person. It's very sweet. And, like, you know, I'm sure in another world we'd be friends. It's just like, you know, like, I don't know you in real life. Like, I have my real life and I have my Twitch chat. You know, so I guess when it's like when we get questions on Cameo from people who seem like they've been fans for a while and they're not necessarily trolls, it's just like it still makes me really annoyed, and I don't want you to send that because I think it's inappropriate, and you should be able to recognize that inappropriateness. I don't mean it for it to come off harsh, you know. But that's it. Some of us have boundaries a little bit. I think you're showing restraint. You know, to be honest, I think I was, a lot of times I talk about how like I wasn't built for the reality TV world. I wasn't built for like the internet drama stuff. I do think I'm incredibly talented at speaking on drama. I don't know if I'd call it drama, but like eloquence and stuff. You know what I mean? Will you still do podcasts and rewatch? It's all in flux. I think, look, if I had to guess, I think we're still going to do what we do. We're going to release the Amazon finale, of course. I don't know if today's the vibe, to be honest. And I hope you guys understand. It's just, I'm not about to be like, employee, time to record, you know. But we'll finish the rewatch, and I think we'll continue the Patreon in some capacity, because while people like the idea that we're together for clout and money is ridiculous, but if there was no money in the Patreon, we wouldn't do it. And I hope, duh, is the answer to that. Like, it's a job, essentially. And there's parts of the job I like doing, and I think we've done a good job providing good content there for a while. But, like, that's why that exists. So if I got, like, a job in America, started working in Boston, or, like, my expenses just go down by virtue of, like, the second I don't need the money from the Patreon, I'm going to stop doing the Patreon. Because I do care about the community, and I care about, but, like, I feel like this is my community. And the Patreon is, to a certain extent as well. It's just, like, it's a lot. And I hope you can understand that. Start up your own version of Mogul Mail. I would be pretty good at something like that. Less personal topics. That music podcast y'all did was so fun. Yeah, I think it's just getting creative. And look, here's the thing. I do understand that the less we talk about our relationship and the less we dive into that kind of content, the less support we'll have financially and just otherwise, because we're a showman. So I'm not naive to why people like us so much. And yeah, some of you like me because I'm funny, in America because she's, you know, she's real and these kinds of things, you know. But in all actuality, like America and I have a huge fan base for a pretty obvious reason. This is how this works. No live stuff, only tape stuff. That's my tentative idea, which is a shame because I think the live evictions specifically are really fun to watch. No matter what, I'll probably do the live evictions on Twitch, so it'll always be there to some capacity. Maybe we just record our reactions to the episodes. You could play along with it, but I feel like that's a much worse viewing experience. I'm not sure. There's a lot to consider, but think they'll show the goodbye messages on Instagram or something. I would hope so. Not that it really matters. Keanu and Rachel talk. Keanu's kind of right. He did not start this fight. Can't you disable chats on YouTube Live? Yes, but doesn't that suck ass? Like, what's the point of that? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we doing a live stream if there's no chat? I guess you're saying, like, just for the live eviction recaps? You know? I enjoy book club with the crazy. Yeah, book club's a perfect example of just, like, even if there's just one or two crazies, it's enough, you know? Because there's always going to be more one or two crazies. This is tense. We think Keanu won a power, right? I love Rachel this season. She's so chill. Didn't know the hate was so constant. I thought it stopped at Twitter. No, it's not Twitter. I mean, Twitter is probably the worst, and it's the most constant, but, like, it's everywhere. I got Venmo's emails. Cameo, of course. Cameo's been a bad one for some reason. He told Kelly he has a power. Okay. I'd cave so quick under Rachel interrogation. I don't know. I can't stand Mickey's power. It's so good. It's so powerful. Why is there a pic of Pink as the donation image link? What do you mean? Good to see you back. Thanks, Spice Girl. Oh, come on, Rachel. Keanu's lie is so funny. I love Keanu. He's my favorite. Mickey has like a coup d'etat, overthrows the HOH, makes new nominations, but then if the HOH gets to interrogate 3 people, and if they correctly identify who overthrew them, the noms get reversed, I think. Is that how it works? Or does the HOH get to make new noms? I'm not sure. But something like that. Didn't Keanu in the middle of the kitchen tell Lauren to vote at Amy so it could be a tie? Keanu has a lot of inconsistencies with the story. It is kind of hard to listen to Keanu, to be honest, but he is funny. You think Keanu would enjoy Brant Steele? Oh, I'm sure. I wish Keanu would do his Dungeon Master voice. He's done it a couple times. It's pretty good. Rachel being insecure about her competition ability is super interesting. I really like that vulnerability. It's super charming. Do you think the dethrone HOH will have safety and will be able to compete the following week? I would hope. I would think they have safety for sure. I would believe they have safety at least. I don't like it, Katie, but I think secret powers are fun because at least it gives people something to talk about, and like people have to lie to each other. Hopefully, they actually do lie to each other, and some drama comes from it. But yeah, I think Angela was able to play and everything. I think that's been the trend with Big Brother recently. If like anything disrupts your HOH or someone gets evicted during your HOH and comes back, they always just let you play again. On our season, they did that like 3 times. Keanu should reveal his power to scare Jimmy from putting him up. Um, I don't think so. Because the whole point is nowadays in Big Brother, you can't put someone up and feel confident they're going to go home just because of the veto and the arena. So it's like, really, you're just putting up the people. Like, you're accepting some losses. Some people are going to be mad at you. If you want to get Keanu out at some point, you have to put him up. You have to get rid of this power. You just have to. What powers were released? We don't know. Keanu, we think, has like 2 chances at a veto, which we don't know what that means. I'm sure it'll make sense in the context of the competition. Maybe it's like 2 pucks in shuffleboard as opposed to 1 or something. Mickey has like a coup d'etat of sorts. She can overthrow the Noms, but if the HOH identifies who she is, it doesn't work. And then Kelly has some veto power. Potentially like a second veto or something. She has to earn it. It's kind of ambiguous, but... If you had to give Zay a grade for how he followed your advice, what would he get? From A to F, would be a D. I think he played fine. He wasn't even that bad, but he didn't follow my advice. Will having a halting hex. Yeah, I heard Will has a power too, but I don't know exactly the nature of it. I don't understand how they're going to have a halting hex. I feel like we have too many house guests for the amount of days. We don't know the confirmed amount of days, but I thought it was like low 80s. What was my specific advice to him? I told him to try to win every competition he could play in because he's a big guy and they're going to know he's a threat, so don't try to hide that. It's silly. Are we fighting? Does the double veto bring back any trauma? Double veto is just an ass twist. It's better at the final 15 than it is at the final 8. Final 8 double veto is so stupid. Keanu was not happy with that conversation. So Vince is just safe, huh? Y'all, you can't convince me. I think Vince is a top 3 player this season, which is so funny. But I legit think he's a top 3 player. I mean, I think it's clear. Like, who else is even in the top 3? Nice, Kate. He put up his ally. It happens. Look, I don't think his decision making was good, but it's it's a spectrum. I missed the whole power thing. Could you quickly recap? All right, Mom, lock in, okay? So, we don't know everything, but we know some stuff. We believe Keanu has a power that gives him 2 chances at a veto. Now, we don't understand what that means. Maybe in the competition it'll become clear, like, what that means, but he has a veto advantage or something. Mickey has, like, a coup d'etat, if you remember the coup d'etat. It's basically she can overthrow the HOH and make her own noms, but the HOH can determine or guess between 3 people. She, like, chooses these 3 and then interrogates them and then picks, and if she correctly identifies the person who overthrew her, or overthrew the HOH, then I don't know what happens. Like, the noms get nullified, or maybe they make new noms or something like that. That's that power. We think Kelly has, like, an extra veto, potentially. We think Will has, like, some sort of eviction stopper. We don't know about Will, but he says he has some sort of power. How do they get these powers? During HOH. I think during HOH it was like you could go for the win, but there's also powers to find and stuff. Dark room HOH similar to PB22. So you're looking for things. I guess you could find powers. If you found a power box, you got it. Yeah. Black box. Gotcha. I haven't heard of Will having one. That was going around last night. I'm not sure these days. If you found the key, you won HOH. Gotcha. More people could have powers, theoretically. Yeah, I think more than 5 seems crazy. You got to bet on the veto winner, and Kelly's was Leah's from last season, where she had a special comp to do to earn it. Yeah, that's definitely what it seems like for Kelly. I think Keanu's is slightly more who can say, but I think that's as good a theory as any. Just booked a flight to where? Is this to Boston? That flight? It was funny. My mom texted me like, oh my God, there's an Ozza party in Boston. Do you guys want to go? I'm going to fly down. I'm like, honestly, not really. But you can still fly down. We can hang out. Ozza parties are just very overwhelming. I think they're pretty fun for fans. And for alum, it could be fun. It's just a lot. And especially like in Boston, where I think there'll be a smaller crew there, so we'd have more attention, which is probably bad. Are you not going to Stampede during the Ozza party? I think it's 1 week before. You are going, stop reserved seating. Yeah, we'll see. America will get FOMO and you will go. Maybe, but like, I don't know. Like, what? Are we really going to have FOMO? I don't know. From that party? I doubt it. I'm praying that Amy gives me some entertainment this week. I'm not high on Amy. How do I find those parties? In LA, it's pretty easy. I mean, you just go to Oz's Instagram, house drops usually, and she posts where all of them are. But there'll be a ton of LA ones if you just look into it. You're part of the Boston reality crew. I kind of hate the Boston reality crew. The Nashville reality crew is so fun. Julie and Sam and Riley and me and America. Like, that was a fun crew. Boston is like, oh boy. I'd love for Ashley to have a good week after whatever the fuck she was doing last week. I'd be very happy to root for her. I also love Adrian's style. I like the denim jackets. We're in Seattle on the 6th. Yeah. So we're totally missing the whole thing. So my mom shouldn't have bought flights. The good thing is that you just bought them. I'm sure you can cancel them. But are we literally in we're literally in Seattle. I thought we looked at the math and it was no, because my mom texted me that she was flying on like the 14th or something. Let me confirm this. Let me check. Yeah, she says you said August 14th. Stampede is the 7th to the 10th. My mom said she was flying to the 14th, which is why I said it was okay. Because that would be okay. But I don't know if she was wrong about when the Boston party is. I'm sure she's scrambling right now checking. I am happy for Amy though, like being the first like target, first person on the block, that kind of thing, and then being there week 2 and not being in danger. What a fucking feeling. Oh my god, I've been there. It's such a good feeling. For me, it was never that like relaxing because it was Heisem as HOH, so it was like, uh-oh. But when does the fall semester start? Like August 27th or something. I think 26th and 7th is like orientation, and then it starts on the 28th, something like that. Just checked. Oz party is on the 7th. Okay. Well, Mom, you still in chat? Are you hearing this? Because I don't know when you bought flights for. If you were off by a week in texting me, or if you bought tickets for the wrong week, I'm not sure. Y'all are going to have so much fun at the rodeo? I think so. It's going to be such a fun crew going. That was the main draw for us. Obviously, love Jag and Jazz, but a lot of our other friends are going to be there. Are you going to do Wednesday live feeds all season? No. I'll just be transparent. I signed up, like I signed a contract for 6 updates, and then beyond that, I might do more. But I did sign for 6, which is like essentially every other week, kind of. A little bit more than every other week. So we'll see. As a Husky, you're going to love Northeastern. I love that. Did you go undergrad, Levi? Or Olivey? I'm going to go Levi. Oh, trauma seeing Lauren walk around in the LSU sweater. I don't see why Zach's name isn't being mentioned for Noms after he cried. Well, he was pretty consistent. I'm going to vote to keep Zay. Zay is my boy kind of thing. So I don't think people view him as like a traitor. Why would they switch away from that conversation to Rachel in the kitchen? I know, it's weird, right, Chakra? Matt was from LSU. I don't think he went to school at LSU, but he's like an LSU guy. Like he lives in Baton Rouge and goes to the LSU stuff. He might have actually went though. They're talking about Keanu. He did? Yeah, he did. Okay. Keanu should not lie about his vote. He's one of the obvious votes. Nice one, Jimmy. That would make me so uneasy about how how quickly Jimmy started lying there when Keanu walked in. We moved to Boston in like 2 weeks. A little bit less than 2 weeks, which is crazy. I think that's kind of what's frustrating about all the stuff happening right now with the internet hate, I suppose. That like I'm actually super excited. Like things are looking pretty good. When do you guys move to Boston? I already answered that. You were such a good player. Will there be another BB in your future? I don't think so. I would heavily doubt that possibility, but thank you. Look, I'm extremely proud of myself and happy with my experience. Like if this is it, if I did my one show and that was it, I'm really proud of that showing. You know what I mean? Played really hard, had a ton of moments, made it far, did a good job, had a chance to win. I think that's that's always what I look back on. I think there's so many fond things for me to remember, and I did a lot. When America opens up a reality TV and bar in Boston, America and I are like, we got to get away from this whole community. Let's open a reality TV bar. I think so, Shay. Just it's just distractions. You'll have more of a normal life. Have you ever lived in New England? Get ready for the snow. Nah, it's going to kick my ass. America has, though. I spent a ton of time in Philadelphia, though. That was like, I don't want to say home away from home, but like, that was, a lot of our family was over there, so we'd visit every year, maybe twice a year. But America lived in Providence, so she'll be ready. Snow hasn't been bad due to climate change. Isn't the way climate change works, like obviously it's the, incremental warming of the globe, but like isn't it supposed to make winters more extreme and summers more extreme? Like it's going to get way colder and way hotter? Like it's a misunderstanding that like global warming means warmer winters. Isn't that kind of how it works? Snow isn't that bad, it's the wind. Yeah, that's why Chicago's always been a no for me. Yeah, that makes sense, sentient. Global warming to climate change. I think global warming is better than climate change as a like verbiage because like climate change I think makes it sound way more passive and as if humans are not responsible, like a natural weather process. Whereas like I think global warming makes it sound more active, like we're doing it. So I think rhetorically global warming's better. Winters aren't as bad as they used to be snow wise, but still cold. Yeah, I mean the worst snow I had in Nashville was my freshman year. I think it is just over time. It's happening less frequently, even if when it does happen, it's more so. Is there a new HOH, or is the comp on Sunday? I feel lost. Chakra, spoilers, first of all, so I'll give you 5 seconds to leave. Five, four, three, two, one. Jimmy's the new HOH. The competition will be aired on Sunday, but the competition's done and nominations are happening today. That's what we're waiting for. Even though it seems pretty clear the noms he's gonna make, it seems pretty clear. Got a jury summons to the mail. I think I'd like doing jury duty. Obviously, like it helps that I don't have like a job that I have to get time off for, but. Yeah, can you tell me, Trey, about the T? How does it compare to other forms of public transport in terms of like other subways and stuff? Is it like shitty, dangerous, nice, vibey? Like what's the? Thank you, Chakra. Very kind. Depends on the line. Interesting. I don't know. The way I see it, I'll have to make it work no matter what. So I'm not bringing my car up to Boston. I don't have a parking spot. Orange is nice. Okay. Do you have a car in Nashville? Of course. I think without a car in Nashville, you can't really function. Like, it doesn't work. Best feeling in Big Brother ever is someone wins HOH and you know you're safe. There's never been a feeling better than that. I only had that like 2 or 3 times. I think when Felicia won HOH, I knew I was good. I thought when Cameron won HOH the first time, I thought I was good. The second time he won, I thought I was good. Both times I was in like a tiny bit of danger, but not really. When Jared won, I thought I was good, and I was. Like, it was never 100% I'm perfect, but there was always like a little bit. Oh, Ashley's got my H&M hoodie. When you won, you thought you were good? Yeah, but that was too fast. Yeah, no, I think I think we take the green line from where I'm at. I'm pretty sure. Are you still keeping your place in Nashville? Who do you think I am? How much money do you think I got? That money in the top left corner, that's going to charity, not my bank account. Do you have a TJ Maxx and Home Goods? Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Boston that's nice. Like, everything's walking distance because it has to be. We don't have a car. No, I'm going to bring my car back home to Florida. They might sell it. They might keep it. I don't know. That's up to them. Should Rachel have not again? Oh, I don't know about have nots. I would assume not. That'd be brutal. She is? Rachel's a have not 2 weeks in a row. She asked to be. Is she trying to, like, lose weight? So apparently the Ozza has a... It's wrong in the website. It says the wrong date. Her, Mickey, and Amy. I don't like that she's isolating herself with her allies. Like, if she was isolating herself with, like, Riley and someone, I would like that more. Sorry, I got to do my chat BCC posting. Massachusetts has sales tax. It's so over for us. Taking have not again might lessen her target. I'm blown away that she's doing being a have not again. After 1 week, that is crazy resilience. Because that shit is miserable. I literally think Rachel is trying to lose weight. I think she's mentioned it, which is funny. What are you in America pursuing professionally now? Well, I'm going to law school. And America said she wanted to work in Boston. Beyond just influencer stuff. So. Kind of jury's still out on exactly what she wants to do. America has so many things she can do. She's talked about, pursuing deeper education and stuff. But also just like working a job for the time being. Riley's so funny. He's like, I don't want to talk. Does America have a degree? Yeah, she's got I forget exactly what it's called. Like, it's some humanities version of biology. At Vanderbilt, it's called Medicine, Health, and Society, but she has like a bio degree, essentially, from Brown. There's a specific name for it. Can I lock Riley into the final 5? Is there anyone you guys feel more confident is going to make it that deep? I feel confident about Vince and Riley as like my 2 people making a deep, deep run. Morgan, I don't know. But I think Riley is my most confident person. He'll self-implode at some point. I don't think he's the type to self-implode. I think he's more Bowie Jane than Tucker. You know what I mean? Ava just doesn't have the connections yet. What is Kelly doing right now? Oh boy, I don't want to watch that. Riley lies too much. We'll catch up to him. Yeah, but he's just going to be like shamelessly playing the middle. You know what I mean? He's going to shamelessly play the middle and it might work out. Is Ava talking to herself or just hanging out? She's so small. Does Jimmy consider Riley as part of the heavy hitters? I don't think the heavy hitters is being considered by anyone. Vince is so nervous. He's just like hanging out around Jimmy. Oh, they're today, buddy. I wouldn't worry about that. Said he didn't want to nominate anyone from heavy hitters. I guess for him, that just means protecting Vince, basically. Look at Vince. He's just following him around. Vince is doing such a good job. It's so good to shit talk strategically. Shit talk the people who are already being shit talked because it feels like you're spreading information and you're like giving Jimmy something without actually giving him anything meaningful. Yeah, he's doing such a good job. This is so smart by Vince. He's being like, I'm going to go be a rat for you. Let me go get the information from Keanu. I'll bring it back to you, Mr. HOH, sir. I think Vince is going to be a much better rat. Well, he's not HOH. Your love for Vince is going overboard. It's not love for the way he plays. I just think he's underrated. I think he's good. I really do. Do you think there'll be an Americory mention on feeds today? Seems very unlikely. The only person would be Rachel, but how would Rachel even bring it up? Like, no one else knows who we are. You know? Ass kissing the HOH, never a bad move. That was Zay's big flaw, not ass kissing the HOH enough. Pre-noms. Post-noms, he was doing a lot of ass kissing. Probably Spood Band, but you know. I think as HOH, he benefited a lot from that. Even getting rid of Zay, which is not good for him. He keeps Kelly, which is nice. And he's insulated on the other side, kind of. Like, he's just doing pretty well. People think Rachel and Brennan are the only successful showmans. How many are there these days? Like 4 or 5? Not too many. Did you say Swaley? Because that's a 7th. Do they have kids? Swaley? And Matt and MJ, they're together. It's funny, like, with the Matt and MJ stuff, like, I'm not going to talk about their relationship because that would be very counter to what I've been talking about today. But, like, I do get it. Like, I'm very fascinated by, like, other relationships and when the Tubina stuff. Like, I get being interested. It's just, like, crossing that bridge to reaching out to those people specifically, I've never even thought of doing, you know? I've never been that interested or cared that much. That's, like, the difference, you know? But I do get it. Like, it's, you know, you're a Big Brother fan. You watch these people get together. Like, I understand that. God, Keanu conversations are such a waste. Have you thought of closing the cameo? I think America closed hers today, which I think was the right call. Which is a bummer, because, like, a lot of people just want to get a happy birthday, but it's just not worth it. And I don't think I'm going to shut the Americory one because it's on my phone. So I can just, like, I'll be the one to see it and I could delete it. You know what I mean? What up with the cameo? Just people being mean. You should. Yeah, probably. I don't know. We have to make money somehow. Which maybe sounds shallow, but, like, we're not exactly working jobs. Like, I'm gonna read something. Like, this is a cameo we just received. My husband's a big BB and Americory fan. He has a veto metal HOH robe. Please tell him he's the best HOH, but remind him that I'm his wife. I'm still the reigning queen of the house. Like, it's a very sweet thing. You know what I mean? And, like, they're paying us a lot of money to do it, and I want to do it for them. I just think it's when you see the mean ones, it can, like, really take away from that and, like, ruin your day. That happened a ton while she was taking her break. Like, you just see one thing and it would just, the rest of the day is just like over, you know? They don't have vetting through Cameo's crazy. It's hard. I don't know how they would do it. Because you could just make a new account and everything. Hmm. Yeah, my favorite one that I've ever gotten in that vein was like, can you cheer up my sister? Her house burnt down. Can you give her a pep talk? I'm like, nah, maybe you should get insurance. That might be more important than this Cameo. I tried, but it was like literally like on Cameo, there's different categories. Like you could do a roast or you could do something. And then there's one that's like a pep talk. And I'm like, what fucking pep talk can I give? Like, oh, things will get better. You know, the thing about fire is when there's fire, there's smoke. And when there's smoke, there's something good on the other end. So shout outs to you, Ava. And I hope your next house, ironically, is fire. Can't do that. That wouldn't be appropriate. In this game, fire represents your life. Did you do that? No, I did not. My cameo was very much like, look, I know my words mean nothing, but, you know, I know you're super resilient, and at the end of the day, you'll be fine wherever. Asgard is not a place, it's a people, you know? Like, what the fuck was I supposed to say? Stupid reference. That's what I'm saying. If I start taking anti-anxiety, I'm going to lose those quips. God, Kelly's so weird. Or is that Ava? That's Ava. Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to go into a BB, but, you know. Promise I'm not making it up. You know. I think it'd be silly for me to, like, bring up everything now if I'm trying to not have it come up. People are just mean and invasive and want to know everything about your relationship. God, Kelly is so going on the block. Why would Keanu even think about not using his power? He'll use the power, guys. I think what we've seen about Keanu so far is like he's terrible at Big Brother, but he is like a self-preservationist. He's trying to keep himself safe. You know? Like he's not going to use the veto on someone else. That's not Keanu's game. It doesn't seem. IMO. Can you believe we're almost at hour 17 of the stream? What the fuck? This is getting sad. What am I doing here? Jimmy said he's putting up Kelly, Keanu, and Adrian. That was the last we've heard, and it seems like it's heading that way. Raising money. I guess there's a little bit of charity going on. How long did you stream for? We're approaching 17 hours. We're at 16 and a half. How long did I sleep for? How long did I sleep? Like, probably what? Like 2:30 a.m. to like 9:30 a.m.? 7 hours. Not bad. Not bad. The gummy knocks me out. It works. It does its job. You get up at 11 EST, so yeah, 10 Central. 7 or 8 hours. Not bad. I'm not foggy either. Sometimes I take a little too much. I get like hazy in the morning, but I feel good. Advertise it again. Maybe TikTok this time. I think I'll post the links right after I end stream on other places, and then I'll post the final donated amount somewhere. Add an hour because you did the live eviction stream. That's a good point. But I was sleeping for 8 of those hours. You should eject if you need to with a stream for the Trevor project. It's okay. At this point, we're just riding it out. God, Keanu makes the rounds. He's talking to Riley now. He says, love you, man. Riley's tired. His social game's pretty fucking good. It's just, I don't think there's any bite there, I don't think there's anything under the surface. Keanu reminds me of, I said Josh. Kind of reminds me of, like, what if Izzy was on the bottom? What if Izzy was on the bottom and much worse and, like, didn't know Big Brother? The comparison's not really there. Just the way he talks to people in, like, such a, like, he's the one talking to you, kind of way. Devin. Yeah, what if Devin wasn't in power, Did Jimmy just ghost Kelly? Just dono wall her? People say Lauren plays like Jordan in BB11. The difference is Jordan was actively social. We got to stop rewriting history about Jordan. Jordan was so confrontational and, like, yelled at people, and she was good socially, and, like, I get that. But, like, people remember her game very differently. Like, she was not this, like, little lamb that people loved so much and brought him to the end. She was something. That's why I like Jordan as a winner. She's not Natalie White. And I don't think Natalie White's a bad winner, but, like, I think people put her in that category. It's not her. She, like, went nose to nose with Russell. Like, what the fuck? Her chest bumping Russell, yeah. And she's a great character. Like, I think Jordan's a low-key gem of the Big Brother community. You could definitely argue against her taste in men, but, I think she was, like, a fun character and a fun personality. And I loved her on Red Deer games. Y'all cannot convince me otherwise. She was awesome. She was so fun. Is there anything interesting in this Amy and Ashley conversation? Like, do I have to listen to this? Her yelling at Shelly. I wanted to talk to my family. Yeah. Celebrity Big Brother's coming back. Are people just saying that because the Winter Olympics? There's not like an announcement, right? They should just do reality TV stars for Celebrity BB. Julie was hinting at something. Maybe. I think that would be cool if they did like a Traders style cast for Celebrity Big Brother, because they could probably get like names that people would care about more than like D-list celebrities, Like, what if they just got like Hudda is too big of a get, but what if they got like Jeremiah? You know what I mean? I wouldn't really care to see Jeremiah necessarily, but like, and there's contracts and stuff, but like just people like that, who reality TV fans know, and it'd be interesting to see him play Big Brother. Like Jeremiah, and then get like, what's another like good example of a show? Someone from Destination X, someone from Got to Get Out. Like, there's all these like smaller shows. Just take the best casting choice from that show and bring them on. View their first show as like their trial run. Amy and Ashley want to get rid of Morgan. It's weird. Get Ace. I would want Ace for sure. He'd be fun. Get Letty from Dondi. You know, there's like so many people. Boston Rob and Parvati. I mean, Parvati would do it for sure. Celebrity Big Brother, are you kidding me? Rob would probably do it for a price, but it'd be a high price. Parvati seems pretty thirsty to go on shows, which is super cool. No shade. But it seems like she wants to go on shows. The evidence suggests. They should have Big D as the Paul sole returning player. That'd be pretty good. She's doing well with her books and stuff. Yeah, if you're a reality TV star who's trying to profit off of like sell products, sell books, whatever, you're gonna keep going on reality shows. That's the whole point. Like that is what you should do, you know? How much Ashley and Amy like Lauren. They want an alliance with her and Rachel. I get it. Lauren just seems like in a house full of unreliable people, she's extremely level-headed and chill and smart. You know, like I get wanting to work with Lauren. It's just I don't have faith in her as a player watching her. But I think I'd want to work with her. She's like the type of person I'd want to work with. Level-headed, pretty low-key, seems like I can have an intelligent conversation with, you know. Taylor's asking about being a have-not in chat BCC. Does it come with immunity? I would assume not. Yeah, I responded. Basically, what I was saying is like it doesn't matter if they have safety or not as have-nots. We assume the answer is no, but like it's Jimmy's HOH, so it doesn't matter. Like it's Amy, Rachel, and is it Ashley is the final have-not? Is it Mickey? It's someone like that where it's like it doesn't fucking matter. They're all safe. How difficult will it be to continue doing Twitch while you're in school? I don't think it'll be that hard. I'm not going to have homework, really. It's a lot of reading, a lot of studying, which I have to do. But I think I'm going to try to stream 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think I'm going to go crazy. I think I'll try to stream like one day during the week, one weekend, and that's it. Maybe a third day if something's happening. You going to be a full-time student? Yes. I've always had the privilege of not having to work while I am learning, and I think that gives me an advantage, of course. And I'm very grateful for that. Being able to just like focus on school. Ashley and Amy trust Lauren, who's on the boys' side, more than the women. Guys, you can't really say Lauren's on the boys' side. Like, who is the boys' side? She just gets along with Vince and Zach. That's it? Like, that's what you're talking about? They're just talking about comps. With school starting and everything scaling back, content is going to be a lot easier than making it. Yeah, we're going to have to schedule stuff more. America and I are like, actually, we're going to record now, or I'm going to stream now, instead of just kind of deciding on the day, you know? But while we have 300 viewers, let me give a quick shout out to the Trevor Project, of course, is a charity dedicated to supporting LGBTQ plus youth, specifically in regards to their mental health. The Trump administration is basically trying to shut down the Trevor Project because, you know, it's not like they want to help the country or anything. So this money can go a long way towards keeping their doors open and allowing them to do the most good before, they potentially do get shut down. So I really appreciate everyone for donating and for hanging out this whole stream. Even amidst all the weirdness and the hate and the bad vibes, there's this has been so successful. $5,300 is unreal, and it's been I don't know, a real positive light in all of this. So thank you guys, much appreciated. Ashley said if they cut Morgan, they can get Zach, which is weird. I've never seen Zach talk game with either Amy or Ashley. They just like him. And I think without Zay, Zach becomes a lot more useful for people. But it's good that they're not targeting Zach. They should, but he's got a power, so. Rumor says if we get to 5,500, Cory will floss again. I could agree to that. For sure. I could agree to that. Anyone want to listen to some tunes? How do you guys feel? What's some good morning tunes? "30 minutes that being a potty mouth." Sorry. Justin Bieber new album. Does he have a new album? Not Carl G. America, what's that song I like? You're never gonna get this. Your memory's worse than mine, and I can't even remember that. What's it was a song by some artist I've never heard of that I asked you to play again. I'm not giving you enough information to figure this out. I apologize. I'm gonna have to go for Addison Rae, I suppose. This song is so good. Love Me Not. You're amazing. How the fuck did you get that? It is Love Me Not, but I'm gonna play this first. That was so impressive. I went into the bedroom and America was a little bit sad, and I was like, America, you know how you could cheer me up? What if you channel this energy into making me breakfast? She's like, we're out of eggs. I'm like, fuck. All right, see ya. Gotta go stream. America, have you ever heard of the innovative breakfast therapy? it's going viral on the TikTok shop. You should try it. Any questions? Chicken sandwich from last night. It's actually a pretty good idea. Oh. They went to high school together. Okay, it's real. I totally see the resemblance is crazy. You understand they are friends. What do you mean you see the resemblance? Same demeanor and mannerisms. Okay, you can see him being in the same social circle. That makes more sense. It's what do you mean you see the resemblance? Gotcha. Okay, I follow. Riley will tell Catherine right away. I'm kind of over. All right, Lauren's not in that alliance. I feel like people keep trying to work with Lauren and not Catherine. They should be linked up. Addison Rae, yeah. This song is so good. Y'all, can we be real? Are we certain Riley doesn't want to work with the girls? Like, the evidence suggests so far. He voted against Zay blindsiding his burger boys. Like, innocent until proven guilty. Even if the vibes look kind of bad. But so far, he's been doing pretty well. I will say, like, Riley is one of those players that people are going to overrate when he has no chance of winning the game. You know what I mean? That's always been a pet peeve of mine in the stock watch, where people overvalue position versus, like, win equity. Like, bro can't win. His position might be a 6 bordering on a 7. That dude's a fucking 4 for me. Like, he's got longevity, but, like, what does that matter? It's like same thing with Bowie Jane. Like, it just... Like, Bowie never had a shot to win, you know? But, like, her position was good. So, who is in a better position? Me, who has a chance to win, but a terrible position, or Bowie, who has no chance to win in a good position? I'm not saying I should be ranked higher, but I think there should be not much of a gap there. You know what I mean? I think it's undervalued. Like when Angela gets in a better position last year, she still had no win equity, right? Are you selling the neon wall? It's definitely not the Boston vibe. I think we pick our favorites and keep them. Maybe we do a giveaway or something. Nah, fuck that. I want the money. I want the money. Do you think it has any place in Boston? I don't think it's the vibe. I mean, maybe in my back of my stream setup, but I feel like that'll come off very like oversaturated. Like I don't think my LEDs look super good when I turn them on back here. Martini has to stay. I think that's one of her least favorites because it's just way too bright. Damn, Riley hella sleepy, huh? America, what's your theory about where Meridian Review ranked you all time as a Big Brother player? Because they were watching this video tonight. Let's check it out. I'm looking for the 26ers. Or 25ers. Luke. They put Luke as better than Megan. I think that's a bad take. There's like 310 players here. This Luke is there. Who's the next worst player from our season? Who are they going to put? Yeah, Pooch is pretty bad, I guess, right? Kirsten is 272. Let's see. Where's America? I would guess you made it at least this far. Rachel Swindler, Bailey. I think this seems about right to me. They got all the girlies here. Haley's here. They put you better than Haley. I think they did put you better than all these people, it seems to me. Okay, let's see here. Here you go. Right above Alyssa Lopez.
She was pretty ineffective in the game, and she was just...
Yo! See, this is the kind of internet hate I'm talking about. What the fuck is that? Some things go beyond the game. Ineffective?
Just very elusive information to where it was really just...
You don't want to hear this? Okay. You're definitely top half, though. You're easily top half. It's like 300. You're 111. What am I? See, this is outrageous. Felicia's one of the worst players on our cast, even if she's one of my favorites. Caleb at 100. Oh, boy. Liz. Yeah, they have Felicia at like 107. And then they got me at 78. Just a little bit better than Spencer Clausen and a little worse than G. Sure. I think if you want to make the case that I'm a much better player than that, you have to argue like that BB25 was a nightmare setup. There was no win path at all. Overthrew Suri's power structure, which seemed impossible, and then it became all inequitable comps. There was no path to winning. and like I still got not close to winning, but gave myself a chance. Like that'd be the argument. But you know, this is a stream topic a year ago when you watched the video. One of the most embarrassing streams I've ever done was my second Showmance rankings video because I genuinely did not remember I did that topic already. And it was a different version of that stream. Like, it was not the exact same topic, but it was pretty close. So I was like, damn, that's so embarrassing. It's a stupid sentient. Judas Adam Jasinski top 40. Love it. I missed the Flavor Flav videos. Yeah, Flavor of Love is awesome. I think if we transition the Patreon a little bit, I was thinking of doing a Genius watch with America, just because I want to show her the Genius. And I watched when I was in Durham with Matt and Jay, who was Matt's girlfriend. We watched season 2, episode 1, and it was so fucking good. I forgot how fun Food Chain was. So I was thinking of doing it. Your path was to use Cameron as your Marty, BB Can 10, use him against Matt and Jag. Yeah, but that was impossible. Like, imagine if Marty had a crush on Helena. Marty had a crush on Helena and wanted to get rid of Kevin to get Helena to himself. Taryn's doing the Genius on Patreon right now. Has he watched it before? I'm sure he has. I know he was reacting to Genius UK. How likely are we to get a Genius game season 2? I think very unlikely would be my prediction. I just don't think it did well. Do you think transitioning away from RTV could help? Doing TV show rewatches like House, for example? I don't think so. I think watching reality TV is fine. I think like it would be fun to do a scripted show. But the thing is, me and America like watching our scripted shows at night in bed, and like I don't want it to feel like a chore. So we'd have to pick like a specific show that would be okay with, you know, setting up the screen and doing all that, you know. Riley looks sick. He looks tired. I think he's just worn out. Big Brother wears you down. If you scripted the OC, it would be great. I don't want to watch like another version of our relationship. I feel uncomfortable even thinking about it. Did you end up finishing the TVD, by the way? We have 3 episodes left. Kai just betrayed him again. So it's been dragging, this ending. Oh, Vince or Zach and Adrian talk. I'm here for that. You guys can hear? All right, let me turn it off. Na, 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 na. Zach's going on about needing to get a woman out of the house. Honestly, for Zach, it is important to get one of like Rachel, Amy, Ashley, Mickey, like someone like that out. It is pretty important. What do you mean a BB wedding? What's happening? Oh, Miranda style wedding. Oh boy, it's been a while. Who's the wedding between? To be clear, Jimmy and Kat. Jimmy honestly is very attracted to Catherine. Can we talk about this? And it's not like weird speculation. He's just said it several times. You know what I mean? He has said like, yeah, honestly, my type in women is you, Catherine. I dated women like you before coming out. Jimmy the gay man? Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That was cool camera work. I think if she was a guy, there might be something. Maybe. We all know who Jimmy's putting up. Keanu, yeah. Amy consoling Riley. I think Riley's just tired. I don't think it's much deeper than that. Also, Jimmy wasn't married. I'm not saying they're going to be a showmance, but Jimmy loves Catherine very clearly. I will say, though, if you're someone in the Big Brother house who's sad and people are pouring in to comfort you, that's a really good sign. A lot of times when people are sad and stuff, people will be like, fuck them, and then try to make them feel bad and shit talk them to other people, being like, why are they moping around the house? They should go campaign. I think Adrian, Ned, it seems pretty clear to me. Yeah, Adrian just makes sense as a nomination. And Adrian low-key has a good chance of being evicted. Like, it is not particularly unlikely. Yes. Ashley said she was going to flip to keep Kelly. So, again, Zay got kind of unlucky that Kelly won specifically. Because I think he does survive against Kelly. He's giving me nothing I wouldn't mind, sadly. I agree about Adrian. The thing is, I have hope that he could do something, and he seems like he's in a fluid position, maybe. But, I don't know. Good for Mickey, plopping down in the HOH room. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Mickey. What's your read on Vince's position today? I'm not worried about Vince unless a lot of people come off the block. If like 2 people come off the block, they could run out of like reasonable people to nominate. But I think I really liked the way Vince played Jimmy earlier. He went to Jimmy and basically said he was going to be his mole for Keanu and go tell him all the information and stuff. I feel like Adrian's wanting to do a Steve or Andy strategy. He's closer to Steve than Andy right now. But it's too early to say. Like, I was not playing a Steve game. Really, like, the game I was playing was like... If I won, who would I have been like? I think I would have been Kevin Jacobs, just worse. You know what I mean? But that was the game. That was the trajectory I was on. I really wasn't Steve at all. The difference between me and Kevin is Kevin's threat management was perfect and mine was horrible. But, like, other than that, we were kind of into power structure, and then we flipped the power structure and had a new power structure, and that was the path I was following, even if I was trying to be Steve and be more low-key. There's no Steve strategy. Steve got lucky. Vanessa lost that final comp. That's not true. Steve put himself in a position where he had like a 50-50 shot at winning. That's pretty good. I have no idea what your game is post-Final 8. My game's good at post-Final 8. Like, ideally, in Final 8, let's say Blue goes home, it becomes, can I win HOH or veto? You know what I mean? Like, the game is simple, because all I have to beat is Matt and Jag. If Jag can't compete at the Final 7, I think I probably have a good shot of winning. If not me, maybe Suri, maybe America. There's like a lot of paths that could work out. And then it becomes competitions, like really. It's can me and America and everyone else win comps more than Jag and Matt? And the answer is probably no, but there's a path, there's a world. Especially if Jag can't play at the final 7 and we get out Matt at the final 7. And then it's Jag in a quiz at the final 6. Maybe we could get Jag out, but then he probably wins that Vita. Like, that's all I'm saying. Where would Steve be rated as a final 3 or losing final 2? If he lost to Liz, he'd be, ranked very low. If Vanessa won the final HOH and, beat him in the final 2, I think he's, a middle-tier runner-up. As long as people believed he would have cut Vanessa, If he loses to Vanessa, I don't think it's that bad. As long as people believed he would have cut him. Does Kevin Jacobs get lucky because the house really disliked Josh? I don't know if lucky is the right word, but he benefited a lot from that. The jury was more anti-Josh than pro-Kevin, which surprised me on a rewatch. I don't really remember that being the case. I see we got a donation. Wowzers. Thank you, Anonymous, 19 minutes ago for the $25, and a few seconds ago with another 25 saying, fuck Trump. I like to stay apolitical in this chat. I'm kidding. Fuck Trump. I'm with you. Fuck all of them. Fuck everyone but Lena Khan. That's my perspective. God, this song is so ass. Oh my God. I don't want to jump on the hate wagon for Sabrina. I think people are being annoying about her album cover, but song is kind of ass. I was trying so hard to mute before that first one, guys. I was trying so hard. What's a Marina song I want to listen to? What's a good Marina song? There's one that I want to listen to. I gotta find it. This one. Yeah, 53, 52. What's your opinion on people you like getting game-breaking powers? I don't like it. Don't like it. I want to see my favorite players win in tough circumstances. That's why Chelsea was fun to watch last year, because she had MJ take her to the end. That was much more fun than her taking MJ to the end. So here's my thing with Sabrina. I think it's bullshit people getting on her ass about oh my God, you're making music and album covers and stuff for the male gaze. It's y'all fucking cheered her on so much and were raving about how sex positive she was and owning her sexuality and loved it on her last album. And then she does the same fucking thing this album and everyone's like, what a boys girl. So silly, so goofy. Sorry. I've been just very sensitive to people on the internet turning on people for no reason. The Sierra thing hit me kind of hard for Love Island. That pissed me off. There's a lot of things that were just gotten to me recently. It's annoying. The cover reads a satire to me. Yeah, I'm sure in the music video she's going to kill the guy or some shit. You know what I mean? But do you think Kevin beats Betty in Final 2? I think so. I think it's closer. Maybe. I don't think Betty had much respect on the jury. People saying it's domestic violence. It's just a lot. It's a very dramatic interpretation, perhaps. Shout outs to DI. Need to detach and see a movie this weekend. Talking about myself. I feel the same way. I want to watch Superman, I think. Maybe tonight. People have been raving. Can we get some Bowie Jane after this? Absolutely. Say less. Everyone clapping when she got evicted. That jury was bitter. Oh, man. That BB Can 10 jury. Moose and Herman were so fucking annoying. So was Summer. Next 15 minutes, Catherine finds out about this. That's funny. I know what you did last summer. Had bad reviews, but you don't care. America was excited for that. Nah, BB Can 10 is fucking flawless. I think week 1's a little boring, but after that, it just doesn't miss. Maybe week 2 is not the best, but there's still funny moments in week 2. Yeah, what's up, Ander? I mean, we usually hover around 200 is the number. This stream's done a little bit better for, I think, obvious reasons. It's more of an event. Kyle H2H is fire. I'll agree with that. That is week 2, right? Or is that week 3? I forget. Too horror for her. America's weird with horror. Sometimes she's not really okay with it, but she wants to watch Dexter. I don't know if she'll like it. Thank you, Rune Queen, for gifting Ander. I appreciate that. 336 subs. This is the most subs you've had in a long time. It's just streaming consistently. I'm going to keep streaming basically every day. I'm taking tonight off, if that wasn't obvious. But it's just really easy to stream when Big Brother's happening. There's always something to talk about. I don't have to do too much legwork. Dexter can be very violent at times. Yeah, I mean, it's not that gory, surprisingly. It's a lot of just, like, blood. How'd you watch Game of Thrones? Honestly, that's what I was trying to communicate to America. I was like, you should probably just watch Game of Thrones. I'll skip all the sexual assault scenes. I know when they all pop up, like, because that was her main reason for not wanting to watch it, which I do understand. But, like, that show is just so much better than these other shows. And weirdly enough, like, America is going to like the ending. Not like how it ends, but the pacing of the last 2 seasons she's going to love. Because that's more like TVD. You know what I mean? like the CW shows, they move so fast and they just go to the next plot point immediately. I think people will be fine. Game of Thrones is good until the final season. People forget how absolutely dog shit season 7 was. I kind of enjoyed it because it just like was a Marvel movie basically. But season 7 was ass too, and season 6 was ass, despite having 2 awesome episodes. And even those awesome episodes made no fucking sense. Battle of the Bastards was terrible. It was really captivating, and it was made really well, but nothing that happened made any fucking sense. And then Light of the Seven was awesome. Or whichever one it's called. Yeah, I think that sequence, the finale of season 6, is one of the best episodes of TV I've ever watched. Loved it. I think Dexter, seasons 1 and 2 are perfect. I like season 3 a lot. Season 4 is perfect. 5, I have a soft spot for. I like Lumen. Season 6 is pretty good. 7 is awesome. 7 is a great season of Dexter. Like, one of my top 3. And then 8's, like, literally unwatchable, terrible. But season 7, insanely good. I love Hannah. I love Isaac. Who else is there another big bad there? Not really. Mostly Isaac. And then there's the strip club guy. The spinoffs are so corny. I'll be honest. I've been watching Dexter Resurrection, and I do enjoy it so far, but, like, it's so shameless how much they kill him and bring him back. It's giving John Wick a little bit. Hard Home was my favorite battle episode. Nah, dude. Blackwater's so good. Blackwater's got to be number 1, and then I think the Battle for the Wall was really good. Hard Home was awesome. I loved Hard Home, but that episode kind of ass. But I loved the Battle for the Wall. Watch Grays with America. I don't know. It's a big commitment. Are you a Sansa truther? I think Sansa is one of the worst characters in the show. Favorite Game of Thrones character? I think Varys. I love his dialogue. Arya has the most annoying fucking plot lines. Obviously, Tyrion's likable. Jon's likable. I think Varys, maybe. All right, we got Jimmy and Adrian. Let's hear it. I like how Jimmy's doing this. All right, I want to see Adrian fight here. Ashley said Tucker's gameplay was worth it because he got followers. I think she's right. Nah, Quinn's ass. Not that Quinn. Dexter's Quinn. Huh. Adrian, Lauren, and Riley is interesting. Not like as his actual noms, but as like I think the third nom is my impression. Cutting away is hilarious. They cut back, fortunately. So they're talking about putting up Kelly, Keanu, and then one of those three, I think, right? God, Skippy, insane to cut away from this conversation. Insane. I don't know about listing three pawns you're considering. That is very stupid. But this is fucking ridiculous. Like, why? Why could they possibly be cutting away from this? They're literally trying to hide nominations as if it's like a power. Wasn't expecting Lauren. Lauren's interesting. He thinks Riley's one lying about the vote. I thought he believed Riley. He believes Riley and thinks it's Will, I thought. You have to imagine he's going to need a fourth nom? Yeah. Well, maybe even a fifth with these powers. I wonder how Lauren got in it. Well, she's shady. Like, of all the people who voted on his side, she was like the last one to do it, you know? But that's great for Ava. I did not hear Ava as an option, which it felt like she was in the mix. I hate the feeds. This is so fucking annoying. I think Adrian's going up for sure. To be honest, you should tell someone they're a pawn before. Like, don't tell them you're up in the air about it, because then, like, even if you don't put them up, they're going to be like, wait, so you were considering me? That's weird. Like, you want to make sure that if you don't put someone up, they never thought you were going to put them up, right? Because you trust them so much. Jimmy's close to Zach, who constantly says how much he's close to Lauren. Well, they've talked about getting rid of, like, Lauren to get Zach, or to get rid of Zach to get Lauren, you know? Which is funny, because it feels like they're actually just not that close. On Zach's side, I guess. I'm so annoyed. I don't care about this conversation. Oh, God. I hate Big Brother. This show sucks ass. This shit sucks. Turn on the stinkometer, basically. I think he's leaving out Kelly as a nom. I think Kelly's another option. That Kelly's like the nom next to Keanu, and then that third person is the one up for grabs. With Keanu as the target. Has Mickey said anything about when she has to hijack the HOH? Nah, we haven't gotten a ton of details about it. Thank you, Cowboy. See you later. We're approaching 17 and a half hours in the stream. We could do a 24-hour one day. It's very doable, being able to sleep. I think with the 24-hour stream, I would just need more definitive segments to keep things going. Just sitting and watching the feeds, I think, would make me a little sleepy. Ugh. I'm thinking like after stream if I'm going to sleep or something. I don't think there's really a reason to. I think weirdly enough, I like preserved my sleep schedule with this stream. Waking up at 10 a.m. after going to bed at 2:30 is not bad. You'll have to have planned guests. Yeah, basically. Kelly telling the girl she's always been a pick-me was certainly a choice. Yeah. It was odd, admittedly. If the HOH is hijacked, can the person who actually won the HOH comp be nominated? I hope not. That would be some shit. I always thought that was insane for a coup d'etat, but who could say? I mean, it'd be more fair with this version of the twist, because at least the HOH has a chance to guess who it is, but Mickey having it is just hard, because I feel like she's not a person you'd suspect. Like, you got to think you'd always guess it's Rachel or guess it's someone else. The thing is, Mickey's already told someone about her power, so it's like, we've seen this story before. If you tell anyone, people are going to know. If Keanu's power is double vetoes. Yeah, it strikes me as he has an advantage in the veto competition. Not that there's 2 vetoes in play. And if there is 2 vetoes in play, I think that goes to Kelly. Oh, we're back. Jesus. Adrian, you have to fight. Jimmy's saying way too much. Oh, I'm cutting away. I swear to fucking God. All right, we're back. That was fucking pathetic from Adrian. That I'm out. I'm out. Selling every Adrian stock I have. I'm done. Gone. It's not that hard to fight against being a pawn because everyone respects it. People understand it. I fought really hard to not be a pawn. And it worked very well. I was in a lot of danger if I didn't. Zay did more. Zay did way more. I don't have any evidence that Adrian's better at the game than Zay. Right now, I would say Adrian's probably worse. You know, like, oh, fuck. It makes me so mad. His preseason casting character was just fake. It seems like it, right? I want to say he's just, like, playing it, you know, he was playing that up, and now he's doing the opposite, right, to try to play better, but What's the argument against Jimmy saying Will can't win like you? I don't know the counterpoint. You say, Jimmy, I'm with you, man. I can win for you. If you put me on the block, that doesn't help you at all. Like, I don't want to be your enemy. You know, and like when you said you want to nominate people who won't target you, I don't want to target you. I feel like you're one of my closest relationships in the house. But if you put me up and I win HOH, everyone's going to expect me to nominate you. And like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like there's so many ways of doing this. Yeah, Will can't win the veto. That's true. But he also can't win HOH to protect you the same way I can. After this HOH, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. I can be one of your people, you know? Like, that's the thing. Like, your pitch doesn't always have to be super negative about other people. If you just go super positive on the person you're speaking to, it could work, you know? Make a deal. Like, give me fucking something. Adrian barely said a word in that chat. He's going up. Like, why? If I'm Jimmy, I would have taken that conversation as like, oh, Adrian's going to be fine with me putting him up. Okay. Giesling traders, do you actually, deep down, do you actually think Adrian's good? From what you've seen so far. Do you actually have faith, or are you just sticking with your winner pick? Jimmy gave him 2 other names, exactly. And I get, like, sometimes it's not good to throw other people under the bus. But, like, in this spot where you really could save yourself from the block, you gotta try. God, Adrian. Fuck. He has potential. He just confuses me. I don't know if it's unintentional or if he's just lost. I think he's lost. He's given us nothing. Like, he's been super, super frustrating so far. And it's not like he's been the worst person to watch. It's just like I expected so much from him. Not as a good player, just as a fun player. Any final twos? No. He's in the bond with like Ava and Will and Zach and people, but no. I think his closest alliance is maybe Zach. I guess. Maybe Zach. Maybe Lauren. Probably Zach. I don't know. Adrian really has nothing going on. If Kelly went home, I think he'd be fine. He'd be in a better position because the Burger Boys would kind of still exist, which he's not even in. But like having the guys there there'd be more people for like Rachel and Jimmy to target. Like instead of him going up, Zay would go up. But then Kelly wouldn't go up, so they would still need a third. I don't know. Maybe then you put up Zach, so Zach can't like take down Zay. I don't know. Anyone that's not him is fine at this point. You'd think, but he didn't seem too interested in pursuing that path either. Adrian voted against majority week 1. So did Dan. Adrian goes in the block as upon week 2. So did Dan. Goes up by an HOH with names starting with J. So did Dan. Oh, I didn't think about that angle. Thank you, Trevor Desi, for gifting a sub to Forgotti Wasabi. I appreciate it, Wasabi. 5372. Thank you, Kayla, for the $10. F the haters. That's right. And Anonymous with the $10 7 minutes ago. I appreciate both of you. Just found out Jimmy's 25. Yeah, he seems a little bit older, but I could see it at the same time. What's a good song to play? Let me look at my library. I'll play some Kendrick. $25 and married? Yeah, he moves quick. Isn't that a stereotype? I think it's a stereotype of gay women, right? Just getting married super quick. Living together immediately. I'm not an expert. U-Haul lesbians, is that a thing? That's funny. Did Drake beat Kendrick? No. I would say it kind of annoys me, Kendrick playing the victim all the time, being like, oh, everyone hates me. It's like, dude, people are on your side. You've got more support online than Drake. When you find the right one, age doesn't matter. I think I agree. I just don't like that sentence. Like, the age doesn't matter to a point. Third to last in my power ranking. Yeah, he just has nothing. I mean, Keanu's in a worse spot than him. I think Keanu, Kelly, and then Adrian. I don't think there's anyone I'd put below that, below Adrian, other than them. Popular movie characters psychoanalyzed for a class. I mean, Patrick Bateman is probably like the most common answer for that question because it's super easy because the whole thing's commentary. In American Psycho. What's another movie that would be kind of interesting? You know who could be a good one? What about Frank Abagnale from Catch Me If You Can? He's got an interesting psychology. Doing what he's doing to make his dad proud, but his dad doesn't even care. There's something there. Isn't that a real person? Yeah, but it's also a character. You're analyzing the character, not the person. Jordan Belfort, he's an idiot. To this day, he's an idiot. All right, what are these two talking about? Ava and Morgan. Che Manji. Thanks for the raid. I was obsessed with Wolf of Wall Street in high school. It's a good movie. It's quite a good movie. The Vintoni stance. Okay. We're watching Big Brother. I hope Ava doesn't let me down. I want her to be an active player. I just don't know if I see her necessarily being the most active player. I'm always a little sketched out. You want to hear my gym song? This is not going to be the vibe of this morning. But this is my gym song. On the treadmill, the shit goes unspeakably hard. John Bernthal, HOH. What are you saying? Obsessed with Margot Robbie after that movie for obvious reasons. John Bernthal, your Wolf of Wall Street, I guess you're talking about. My cats are Vinny and Santoni. Their family name is Vintoni. I see. I follow. They said he was hot, not HOH. Oh, I'm in the gutter, huh? I really, really like John Bernthal. He's super good in The Walking Dead. He's fun in Daredevil. He's great in Wolf of Wall Street. Fox Stevenson. Wow. Deep cut. My God. Just do it. I'm so done thinking through it. My God. Process. If you guys ever read the Walking Dead comics, oh my God. Shane is so fucking miserable and not fun and not interesting. In the show, they made him such a good character. He's going to be Punisher in the next Spider-Man movie? That's fun. They're still just doing the multiverse shit? Jesus. Who do you think the casuals like this season? Rachel, Zach, maybe Vince? Ava, maybe? But I would say like Zach. Probably has a lot of fans. Maybe Riley. Yeah, they're just pretending like Daredevil's always been in the MCU, I guess, right? A lot of Ava love amongst casuals. They've given her segments, which I appreciate. Her little character segments have been fun. Did you guys like Daredevil Born Again? Was it any good? Because I only watched the first season of Daredevil and then a bit of season 2 of the original series. It was good. Okay. I'm glad to hear it. It was mid. Okay. I mean, I didn't love Daredevil, to be honest. The first season I watched, it was okay. I don't have too much of a problem with it. Thank you, Aldo, for the $25 donation to the Trevor Project. We are $3 away from 5,400. The promise is at 5,500 I would floss. So that's what you're interested in seeing, $103 away. But I appreciate it, Aldo. Thank you. You gonna watch the originals after you finish TVD? I think it's better. I think I will. I like Klaus a lot, and I love Rebecca. Love Rebecca. She was one of my favorite TVD characters. Not my teeth, no. That would be literally my nightmare. Of course, Minnie. Basically had to restart the show halfway through, from what I heard. Interesting. Elijah Hive up. Really? Nah. Damn, it sucks that I can't play Kanye anymore. Because Slow Jams just popped up, and that would have been... I love Slow Jams. Klaus's Peak? Oh, as far as I've heard. Does America get to watch you floss? No! I like privacy sometimes. Just a little bit. Not much. Just some hygiene-based privacy. Not too much to ask for. It doesn't matter what I say. Can I complain about Percy Jackson again, though? Because I said it in book club, but not as many people were there. That got to be the worst movie I've ever seen. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief was so fucking bad. Oh my god. Thanks, Jay. Did you end up watching the second? I heard it's worse somehow, which is hilarious. But it's funny how amazing the cast is for the first movie, because you could tell they thought it was going to be the next Harry Potter. Even the director is the Harry Potter guy, right? But, like, God, there's nothing good about the movie. Logan Lerman, his performance is okay. I mean, his character is just terrible. He has no development. His mom dies. He doesn't care at all. And then he has a crush on Alexander Daddario is like the next thing that happens. No, you're good. The Medusa scene was good. That was the best part of the movie. Uma Thurman was fun. But, like, she's dreadful. Alexander Daddario's character just has nothing to do. Grover, who's like the Ron Weasley, could be the worst comic relief character of all time. It was such a stupid fucking, like, plot line. Or not plot line, like a running gag that he wanted to have sex with adults as a kid. That was, like, the bit they kept doing. The Lotus scene was fire too. Yeah, I think that was probably a good part. But, like, the characters made no sense. The story made no sense. The gods didn't feel like gods. Also, it annoys me that, like, Logan Lerman immediately was an excellent fighter. Immediately. No training. He beat a Minotaur in a fight before he even, like, knew he was a demigod. Like, it's so stupid. His character's supposed to be older than he looks. Nah, but... Are you talking about Grover? Grover's 30 or something? They did not make that clear in the book. Or in the movie, rather. I thought it was pretty terrible. I love flute solos. Anonymous, thanks for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. To the Trevor Project, we have passed $5,400. That's impressive stuff. I appreciate it. Show actually casts 12-year-olds. That's good. Problem is they grow up a little too fast. So they gotta zoom through. That Izzy on the flute. I wish. See what you do to me. This MTV is not for free. Financial suicide, but I got too much pride inside me. But it's I to keep you outside and let it ride till I die. Catch little tunes. I'll flip 3-minute ditties. I'm gonna bust all your balloons. I'm gonna burn all of your cities to the ground. What I love is when I play music on stream in the VODs, the music's not there, so it's just me bursting into song randomly. I feel so bad for the new Harry Potter kids. They're gonna have to get dragged through the ringer. They'll be okay, and they'll make a lot of money. Okay, how do you guys feel about supporting Harry Potter as a franchise with J.K. Rowling? What's your moral philosophy on it? Is it, fuck it, it doesn't matter, people are going to watch anyways? Or do you have to stand on principle? What do you think Vince's stock watch will go to? It should go to a 5. Maybe a 4 if you're saying he's just losing too many numbers, but if he loses Keanu, that's not even like a number for him. Hell nah, pass. Ned says that's my childhood. Separate the art from the artist. Pirate it if you want. Don't support it. I'll watch it illegally. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where, like, I agree in general. Like, if you're going to stand on business, stand on business. It just feels kind of hopeless. Like, Harry Potter is the most popular franchise in the world after, like, Super Mario Bros. And Pokemon. Like, it's not like we're making a dent in their sales. It's more so you're doing it for your own principles. Whoa! Anonymous gifting $150. $150? Excuse me? I think that's a little bit worrying. Because doesn't that mean I have to floss? Oh, boy. But Anonymous, thank you for the $150. It's so much money. Jesus. I'll give you 20 seconds, maybe. I gotta loosen up. Right. That's it, right? It's just a good rhythm. It's like a pendulum. You have to floss the same amount each way. You know what I mean? Is that about it? With the vibe? All right. There you go. There you go. Get your fucking head out of the gutter, America. It's not my fault they don't make shorts that can accommodate me. This is the most Quinn you've ever been. Take that back right now. The Backpack Kid is super alt-right Christian now. Talk about the least surprising thing to have ever happened. It's the Backpack Kid going alt-right Christian. Oh my god. I'm going to play the song. My dad was obsessed with it. I'm not going to provide context. Fucking gang. My dad, that's right. Slim Jesus, you guys know? You guys know Slim Jesus like that? I fuck with savages, you a fuck boy, you can't have it. Boom, 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 boom. Savages, you a fuck boy. You can't have it. You can buy me at my fucking gang. I can't. I fear I can't. I was trying, but I can't. Regretfully. I love JID. Jid. So good. He's never been in the cut? You don't think so? Respectfully, Mr. Wurtenberger, that was ass. Are you talking to my dad, Mr. Wurtenberger? He was going through a phase. My dad's funny. He likes stupid songs. He really liked I'm in Love with the Coco was another one of his songs for some reason. Again, we're going to have him on a podcast soon. Him and his friend, so we'll get into it. He likes meme rap. I don't know if I would say that. But maybe it's true. I don't know. He likes TikTok songs a lot. The brick in your face song. I don't know what that is. Does my dad like King Von? I don't think he knows who King Von is. Does he like Cupcake? I think he would like Cupcake. Boyfriend showed up without a gift to her birthday. That is kind of crazy. When's the golf video game rematch with your dad? That was huge for me. Thoughts on the new Superman movie? I got to see it. I think I might see it today. Is the brand steel not the vibe anymore? I don't think so. I mean, Katie, we already did the 27 brand steel. I think Big D attempts. I'd have to set it up again, you know? I don't know. It takes a while. I'm just kind of lazy right now. But yeah, $5,500, y'all. That's crazy. You're out of control. POWER. Bodily harm. If you donate $5 or more with a song request, I'll run it to Tiltify. You just put it in your comment. Just put it out there. Another way of gaining money. Who won the 27 one? Morgan. Catherine was the better player, to be honest. It's pretty fucked up. I do yearn for Big D attempts, but I get it. One day. Bitter jury. I think so. I would say that. Be there. How dare you, Jerry? Don't do it. I will use my judgment. Roblox time? You think you're joking. I feel like Noms should happen soon, right? They could turn off kind of at any time, right? By the way, I'm getting off once they go to pets, not until after the nomination meeting. I don't know if that was clear. But I'm basically holding you guys over until we get there, just to be clear. Has Jimmy let Keanu or Kelly know yet? I think Keanu kind of knows. He's talked to Adrian. I don't know if he's talked to Kelly yet. I might have missed that. Who do you want, Jimmy to nom? I just want Keanu to stay. That's my priority this week. I want Keanu to stay somehow. I don't know how he stays, to be honest. He needs a veto, basically, or the arena. But that's my goal. Anyway, I'm willing to sacrifice anyone for Keanu right now. I don't like Can't Punk Me, really. Kelly can go now that she's had her moment. I'm always down for Kelly to go too. I don't mind. I don't want to be mean, but like I'd be worried if I was Tucker with Kelly coming out of the house. I think Adrian should go too. He's boring. Yeah, I'm down too. He's giving me nothing. I mean, he said he was okay being a pawn. Was he considering Ava renom? He did not list Ava. He said the three people he was considering for that third nomination spot next to Kelly and Keanu, presumably, is Adrian, Riley, and Lauren. So I think Ava's chilling for the most part. I didn't think about it that way, Mike. It's a good point. Yeah, I could see that, TJ. It felt like for everyone, the obvious noms were Kelly and Keanu, so you kind of hope it's not just going to be that. New album in a few weeks, that's good. Why Lauren? I don't know. Lauren's weird. Well, okay, I do know why. So for Lauren, she was just like the last person to climb aboard on the voting to evict Zay train. So like of the people who voted, to keep Zay, there's not that many, right? Like he doesn't want to put up Vince. He doesn't want to put up Zach for some reason, right? They have some sort of relationship. So it really just comes down to Kelly, Keanu, and Adrian, who I think is the most likely third nom. Of the people who voted to keep or to evict Zay, Lauren and Riley are the most shady. They were the ones who were the most in the air. So you could say Will as well, but I think there's some ambiguity about Will's vote. Are they considering Rachel to go up? No, it does not seem. I hope not. I don't think so. Maybe he nom Amy? Why do you say that? Do they know who Will and Riley voted for? I think right now he believes Will voted to keep Zay. And I think he believes Riley voted to evict Zay. So I think he has the right idea, but I don't think he's certain. I think people are lying. Riley's boring. He can go. I'm fine with Riley going too. 100%. It's kind of hard to imagine how he goes, though. It feels like he has the votes to survive against almost anyone. No, I think Jimmy and Amy are chilling. I don't think Amy has anything to worry about this week. Yeah, Zach's a heavy hitter, and he says he doesn't want to put up any heavy hitters, I guess. I don't think it's that stupid by Jimmy. He's basically targeting the weakest people who are against him. And I do think if Zach or Vince win HOH, I think they'd protect Jimmy if Jimmy keeps them safe. And I get you got to get rid of big threats eventually, but I don't think we're fine. We're at the final 15, or final 16. Like, Jimmy's fine. I think if Jimmy just keeps people who can win HOHs and keep them safe for a while, especially on the other side of the house, because his side of the house isn't going to target him, I think he's doing great. I just think he's really messy with the information he spreads. Him telling Adrian, the exact list of people he's considering for the block is ridiculous. Because now if Lauren wins HOH, even if he didn't pull the trigger on targeting Lauren, I would be like, yeah, I should target Jimmy. Why the fuck was he considering me? So. Sister slided too. I got my grip. I found my grip. Jimmy just needs to avoid HOH-itis. Wearing the robe downstairs is always a red flag to me. I just don't know how it maintains trust if he's nominating him, you know? But maybe Adrian is just that naive. Oh. Oh, I'm going to kill you, Giesling traders. You're so annoying. I can't believe you're a Dr. Will guy when your name is Giesling. It's kind of crazy to me. Kind of fake as hell, if you think about it. Jimmy's wearing that robe all week. Oh, and the key. He's wearing the key, too. Who has the strongest duo? Maybe Rachel and Amy, but Amy's kind of sketchy. Maybe Mickey and Ashley, but... Mickey and Ashley seem pretty close, right? Morgan and Mickey. Yeah, that could be it. Riley is a heavy hitter, Mountain Doofus. Oh, isn't Riley a heavy hitter is what you're saying. I don't know. Zach's just better than Riley. People like Zach more and care about their relationship with Zach more than Riley. I think people view like putting Zach on the block as a big shot, whereas Riley's like a pawn. But yeah, that's a good point. I don't think he's going to put up Riley, though. I think he's going to put up Adrian. He's going to put up Adrian. Adrian basically said he was okay with it. But you're caught up in the business. Nah, the Ava and Will thing might be on pause after they voted separately. Yeah, it is weird, Mountain Doofus. I agree. We have almost hit the 18-hour mark. 20 seconds. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. What a life. You can check my swag. You've been awake the entire time? I don't think I slept too long. I got a good 7 hours. You know? Thank you, Anonymous, for the $10. Sam, Daisies by Bieber, please. Sorry for taking so long, Sam. I got you. I never heard this. I like Bieber. I didn't like his What Do You Mean era. I thought that shit was pretty bad. And Sorry and stuff. What's up, Lila? It's got to be... We're almost done, I'm sure. Power gets used and noms never happen. To be clear, I can end stream whenever I want. I've just chosen to wait for noms. If something happens, I maintain the power to end stream. I appreciate it, Giesling. How much caffeine's in these things? We'll be right back. That doesn't look like pets to me. Where does it say caffeine? Why are they hiding it? That pisses me off. Not a lot of caffeine, just a lot of sugar. Yeah, kind of tastes like that. It tastes too good to be coffee. Right below the ingredients. Yeah, I don't see it. I literally don't see it. Thought it was chocolate milk. Basically tastes like that. It's mocha, so. Mocha's chocolate, right? Wallows. All right, I got you, Katie. Quick Google search says 110. How much is that? Is it a lot? Jimmy and Morgan celebrating. I'm really liking how Morgan's playing. She's really picked it up past couple days. My winner pick's Jimmy, right? I kind of like that. I don't hate the Jimmy pick. I don't love it, but I like Morgan a lot. I did not like her. She just found people who she vibes with better. Yep. He's nominating Adrian. They do want to protect Adrian. That's the benefit of being super down to be a pawn, but with this many powers... That would be I mean, that is crazy for Jimmy to say to Adrian. Yep. This is smart, Morgan. You have to put her on the block so she can't use the power on Keanu. People overthink house guest choice a little too much. It's just pick your ally. You want that power to be in your hands. All right, no song requests. That means I play How to Save a Life. That's the rules. Yeah, talking about Catherine for house guest choice. I think Will's lying about having a power. Interesting. God, I like how Morgan talks game. I don't think she's really good at it, but like, I would like to talk game with Morgan, I think. If I was strategizing, I could strategize with her. You know? She talks a lot, all the scenarios. Jimmy's the same too, so they actually mesh well. And Morgan pacing too. It's very me. You like it, Ned? Who did you know best? Because after all you do know best. Morgan sounds like she's talking at 1.5 speed. Her and Zay's conversations were so funny because they were both just. I think low-key you do well on this cast. I think so too. I think this would be a great cast for me. Because I'd get along more with the outcast misfits. I think I'd basically be like a much better version of Adrian or Will. You know, I'd be playing the middle. But everyone's actively gaming. There'd be enough people for me to talk to and game with. Like, I'd probably talk with Vince a lot, Lauren a lot, Morgan a lot, Rachel a lot. Like, I think I'd fit on this cast way better than 26. Way better. Streamer cadence. It's part of it. But even in the house, you guys saw how much I talked. Admit to everything. Say it. I have not. Jimmy's out on Lauren. But that's why, like, y'all don't fucking blame Lauren when she wants to work with Zach and Vince. Don't blame her. Okay? This is not a path. She can't go with Rachel and Amy and Morgan and Jimmy. That's not her path forward. Jimmy's so fucking stupid. Oh, I hate when players do this. Stop telling people they're going to be replacement noms when you don't know if you're going to need a replacement nom, guys. Fuck. It's such a pet peeve. This happened in BB25 a lot where Blue would preemptively tell Riley, I can't use the veto on you. Blue, you haven't even been picked for the veto yet, let alone won the veto. Like, I promised when I was picked for the veto, I promised Jag and Cameron I would use it on them, and Heisem and Felicia that I wouldn't use. You know what I mean? I promised everything, and then you just don't win it, or you betray someone and they go home. You know, like it's all fine. My problem with Morgan is she doesn't fucking listen. She's just motor mouthing over Jimmy when Jimmy's trying to give her advice. It's like me. I've done this a lot with like Surrey. Felicia, and mostly Surrey. Thoughts on the Vanessa comparison? I see it. She's not as Vanessa-y as Vanessa, but the vibe. Is that Towley? Yeah, it is Towley. It's such a pet peeve of mine. Stop. Why do people worry about exactly who's in jury? It doesn't fucking matter. They all like Adrian. They think Adrian's just a trustworthy non-factor because that's what he is. Everyone's like, oh, he's just this loyal guy who has no game. And they're right. It just makes me so annoyed. It's like, jury doesn't matter, guys. Like, if you play a good enough game, you'll get the votes. If you got good enough relationships, you'll get the votes. Would be funny if he goes at 9th or 8th, like Quinn or me. Jimmy? Or Adrian. Adrian, I think you're talking about. Adrian is so far a non-factor. He needs to crank it up and start doing something. God, Rachel looks so tired. She should not be a have-not every week. That cannot... It won't work. Number one Adrian hater? I guess. That's sweet. Look how Vince isn't even coming up. These fucking people in the wall comp. I'm so annoyed. Yeah, Rachel, I can understand if she's super worried about it, but all these other people, it's like... Wall comp is like usually week 6 or 7, guys. It's not like... Who picked Rachel to be a have-not? I think Rachel volunteered, right? Yeah, I agree, Ned. But it's just people always worry about jury. It's like, that should be the least of your problems. Cameron's like, we can't let Felicia be in jury. I'm like, how about you worry about getting to the final too? Jury should be way down your list. Is Morgan a renom option? Not at all. No. Morgan and Jimmy are tight. The renom option they talked about is Lauren, potentially. Lauren and maybe Riley are the two. After Keanu, Kelly, and Adrian. They really want to keep Adrian. They really want Keanu out, but they're fine with Kelly leaving too. He said Will. Yeah, Will is also an option. No Ava, notedly. No Ava, no Vince, no Zach. Why are they talking about the wall comp? You're just in there. What else do you talk about? I hope they don't have the wall comp this year. It's almost like confirmed that they will because of how much they showed about Adrian and wall comp Wednesdays and shit, you know? But I hope they don't do it. I'm just a teenage. How plugged into feeds do you think Brendan is? I think Brendan's fucking locked into feeds, 100%. Married for that long, you're you're locked in. I'm sure. Noms have to be any minute now. That's my read. I would suspect you're right. Jimmy already threatening Morgan. It's funny. Saying Tyler deserved to win over Casey. Does anyone actually think Casey deserved to win over Tyler? Like, no one actually thinks that. People think Tyler fumbled and his jury management was terrible and all that stuff, but no one actually thinks Casey, like, deserved to win over him. Right? I feel like I haven't heard that much. Wait a snare. Bana. Na 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 na. A lot of Tyler haters who are happy. Yeah, but I don't think those people are Casey fans, really. Take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass. It's ticking like a clock. When did they go down last week for Noms? Oh, we don't know because feeds. What time do they usually go down? Oh, whatever meant to make, but I wanted what I wanted now. It was never my intention to break. God, does it feel so good? Please play Deep Dive by Wallows. Wow, Wallows is making their round. But again, thank you, Mo, for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. I'll make it louder. 3 to 5 p.m. BB time. So are you saying that I got 3 hours? 2.5 hours? It's pretty brutal. I can stop stream anytime I want. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, I would call this a win. I don't think it'd be like quitting to end stream now. It's just, I would just feel silly if they're gonna go down in like 5 seconds, I'll end stream now. It feels like there's no reason to continue. But I want to thank everyone for everything. This stream's been so great. We raised $5,600, and that is before I make my donation, which is going to be however much I made subs-wise during the stream, so I'll post that. Just a huge success, and I'm so appreciative for you guys. I know I've been kind of a Debbie Downer today a little bit, but this has been great. I'm really grateful. Super fun Big Brother season so far. I'm going to stream tomorrow probably. I'll take tonight off if that wasn't very obvious. But this is a long day, a long one. And I think for our first version of this kind of stream, I think this was a huge success. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I assume there's no one to raid, right? This is a weird time. Is there anyone hanging out somehow? No way, right? Okay.